Hello teachers, today we're going to take a look at Touch Van Gogh app, what paintings can reveal. It's sponsored by the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. This would be a great app for students to explore on their own or to do research on Van Gogh. The site is set up with 9 paintings, 3 on each page. 3 new ones were just added last week. So this is the 3rd version. They do update their paintings. We're going to take a look at the first one, the cottage, 1885. There will be a buffering bar at the bottom that will go across. Once it's all the way across, it will give you little icons that you can touch at the bottom. This is a painting that Van Gogh did in his hometown where his parents lived. This is actually a duplex. 2 families would live in this house. So you've got where and when down at the bottom. If they go away, just tap on the screen again, they'll come right back. Subject, recycling, and canvas. Let's try recycling. This is one of my favorite things that this app does. You can rub the screen and it's like an x-ray, and it shows you what is underneath the painting. Over on the right it says, what is it? Click that and it gives you an outline. It's a shepherd and sheep. On the red bar, click that and it talks about recycling. The x-ray photo shows that Van Gogh had used this canvas earlier. He often used reused canvases, and a lot of times he was painting a shepherd and a sheep. It says most of these pictures did not survive. He painted over them. And down at the bottom there's more about reuse of canvases. All different cool things. You can see what was under there. Self-portrait of Van Gogh. To X out, just hit the arrows and the X's, and that'll take you back to the beginning and go on to another painting. Quinces, Lemons, Pears, and Grapes, 1887. This was done in shades of yellow, and in the pop-out on the side, the extra information tells you he was practicing with colors, using light. In this picture he has used the reds, oranges, and greens to show depth and light. This is also a great one for brush strokes, so people can see exactly what he did with the brush strokes. This would be great for students to explore. Take a look at what he did, little dots, little hash marks, and try a painting on their own in the same style. Again, the little pop-out shows that he also used balls of yarn for color to see if they would look right in his painting before he would paint. Moving back. The Seascape is one of my favorite ones from 1888. In the pop-outs here, Van Gogh can be seen painting outside most of the time. He said he had trouble with the wind. The wind was always blowing. It would blow leaves and grass, bugs, and even sand onto the canvas, as you can see in this hidden detail right here. I thought that was cool. Grains of sand, more about working outdoors. Going back. And let's take a look at one last painting, the Garden, 1890. In this picture, you can see the restoration of color. The paints that they used at the time, which it tells you in the extra information, would fade over time, and titanium was not used in the paint. So on this paint, you can see a color reconstruction starting at where it was, and you can watch the pinks and the reds get brighter, and now this is the present state of the picture. Pop-out information tells you about discoloration, different paint layers. When it's not exposed to the light, the pink is really bright and vibrant, and the colors of the red paint. And the other paintings, here the self-portrait as a painter, 1887 to 1888, has a lot of different paintings that he did himself, of himself, exploring color and different paint techniques. You could have the students do the same thing. They could do a self-portrait using one of his methods. You could look at the details in the way he used color, his brush strokes, and for art appreciation.